All right. Scorpio. Oh, good gracious. I don't know if you can hear him, but he's cranky and he's sassy and he's insistent. Okay. Nine of Pentacles. So this is standing apart from or being set apart because you're holding out because the situation is not the way you want it to be, in the sense that you're not engaging because it's like, no, it has to meet my standards of it has to meet my standards before I will engage, because if I do, then it's me compromising myself or self-respect and that sort of thing. And so this is kind of being happily under your, not, well, for some of you, you're like, I'm not happily under myself, but I am capable and competent, and I can handle my own life and handle my own business. But it's simply a matter of you staying there rather than engage with a situation because it is beneath you to do so. It insults your integrity in some form. It's almost like, I can't compromise anymore. So I feel like you would like it to be differently, but you just aren't willing to compromise anymore. We have Justice, that could be Libra. This could be male or female, by the way. The Devil, Two of Cups, Tower, what the heck's going on here? And the Emperor. Okay, so we got Aries, Scorpio, Libra, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be, but it could be people with those characteristics. We'll get into that in a minute. All right, so what's going on about this Devil? What is this something that's holding you back? Is this, and I say that because sometimes people feel this way about their partner, like they just feel like their partner's just the be-it, end-all, or they're attached to somebody that it's going like, being on a sinking ship, right? So let's see. Okay, hold on. What are we dealing with here for Scorpio? What's Scorpio dealing with? Knight of Wands. Could be a Leo. Could be a Leo. This could be an affair. This right here, this could be an affair. Just saying. An affair that ends. Maybe, maybe not. All right, what's this Leo about? I'm not sounding hopeful or anything like that. I mean, I don't agree with affairs, but this could be an affair that's kind of got its hold on you. What's this Devil about for Scorpio? What's this Devil about? All right, so we've got an Ace of Wands here with the Devil. So it feels like this is, honestly, it feels like you're being tempted. Like this is a new interest in something that is not good for you. This is a very passionate, this right here could be a passionate affair. Just saying. What's this Knight of Wands about? So, is this you waiting for this person? Because we've got... all right. So, on the one hand, it could be you holding out for this person, right? Because you've got your expectancies, and while you might have had this dalliance, you're like, okay, I'm removing myself, or not removing myself. This intermittent involvement suits me because maybe I would like to be by myself and do my own thing, but I like this dalliance. There's no strings attached, right? Could be a Leo that you're dealing with, could be Capricorn, but it could also be that somebody that you're kind of liking the fact that it's passionate and intermittent and kind of, for somebody that's so in control and competent, it could be that you kind of like the unpredictable element, or that you like that this person is able to kind of have this hold over you, because everything else, you're in charge of your own life, you're by yourself, you're doing, you're going, you're set apart, but there's something about this relationship that just gets to you, or this interaction, whatever, and it could be that you kind of prefer that because you have to be in charge everywhere else, and you get to feel that sense of not being in charge, and it's wild and free, and there's no strings attached, and it gets to be passionate and intermittent, and there's no obligation because you have enough of that already. And because we've got this right here where it's almost like I don't feel like this is you being done. I feel like this is you saying, look, I've had it with other stuff. I know what I want and what I don't want. And right now this suits me because I don't want the obligation, because I'm about done. Like it feels like there's this other part of your life where everything's all under control and it's kind of weighing on you. And then it feels like there's this other part with this situation right here to where it's carefree and fun and passionate and unpredictable, and it makes you feel all the feels of the passion and not having to be in control. And yeah, there's a release of sorts. What's this Two of Cups? What's this Two of Cups? Uh-oh. This is Two of Cups. All right, did you fall for somebody that's unavailable? Is this you changing? Because is this you dealing with something that's got that hold on you, and you go from being kind of reserved and kind of having it compartmentalized and not really having any room for it? Or is it there's something about you, even though everything else about your life is going full steam ahead or just the way you like it, there's something about you that still is attached or holding on to and still feeling very strongly about this. Even though maybe it's not the best for you, you're still kind of resolute and holding on to it. And do you end up falling in love? Do you end up feeling like this person should be the person you're with? But we've got having that heart-to-heart talk. So this looks like it's progressed from, because what you're dealing with, the theme here is probably, honestly, this Ace of Wands and the Devil is a very strong, passionate interest in something that is not quite good for you, that is toxic, that is not the best for you, something that has a hold on you. And if we're talking, we got the 9 of Wands, or the 11, good gracious. We got the Knight of Wands here. All of this right here suggests an affair. So that's what we're talking about here. Now, in terms of who it is and what's involved, this is something you feel pretty strongly about. And I think it's because there's that passionate element to it. And it shows here, too, that you feel like this person that you've gotten involved in this affair with is actually soulmate potential, if you subscribe to that term. But it's actually someone that you could see a partnership with. But there's some things that either they or you need to cut out. And perhaps it's you cutting away the other things, because all of a sudden, this person, you really feel like you need to kind of give up a few other things, and it is all about this person. So it goes from being kind of this passionate fling to somebody that you're kind of, I hate to say forsaking, but you're all of a sudden prioritizing this that once was a fling, you're prioritizing it now. That's what this is right here. But what happens here? What's this Tower about? So we go from it being interesting and passionate and not really, it's kind of ill-advised. It could be just really great sex, honestly. The devil represent, it could represent that, just this out-of-the-world physical relationship. And even though, so there's a shift from this to all of a sudden rounding the corner about it. And feeling like this person has a great potential, but is it an affair? I don't know. Is it you thinking that you need to cut this person off because it's not healthy? But they got a hold on you. They got some kind of hold on you here. What's this Tower about? Maybe that's what's unexpected, is you didn't expect this, just this dalliance that you had very well compartmentalized because everything else you got under control. It's, whatever. All of a sudden to kind of morph into you considering this person, when you're very much over here in this element, you're considering this person now as could be a potential partner. What's this Tower about? What's this Tower about? Scorpio, what's this Tower about? Okay. So we've got two cards of sort of karma coming in and leveling the playing field here. We've got the Emperor and Justice. So we've got the Tower and the Ace of Swords. This looks like a breakup. This is, what's this Emperor about? What is Emperor about for Scorpio? Oh, okay. Is this a back and forth? I mean, sometimes the Nine of Wands means you've been here before. This was an affair, and maybe it's revisited, and as much as it has a potential, there's something happens to where there's an about face. This is the unexpected part here. That on the one hand, it's like you're considering this person to be a potential partner, but then all of a sudden, is if either you decide that it's not worth it or they break up with you, but there's this unexpected, holy cow, we go from being in love and, not being in love, but just being very kind of enjoying someone physically to where you feel like maybe it could possibly be a partnership, to cutting things off and ending it unexpectedly so, and trying to reestablish control in your life, and starting the process of grieving the ending of this, and realizing that once and for all it's over with. So maybe this is about being almost done with this affair and this relationship that has had quite a hold on you and holding yourself back, to realizing that you, not them, but you need to end this partnership. Even though you might be in love with them, this is a whole maelstrom of feelings right here. And so even though you might see this person as a potential partner, you decide to end it because there's something profoundly unhealthy about this, or there's no way that this can be this. There's no way that this can turn into this. And I think with the Nine of Wands and the Five of Swords here, it feels like you realize that. And while there might be really great passionate sex and whatnot, it's just not one of those things where you somehow realize that this unified partnership is not meant to be. It needs to be cut away with. And there could have even been the hope that you would be able to cut out some other things in your life to kind of make room for this. But I think with this Nine of Pentacles here, it's about you realizing, I just can't, because it ends up compromising my self-respect and integrity. Like I've gone as far as I can go with this situation, but I've got too much at stake here, and I don't want to compromise my self-respect or self-esteem any further. And so instead of compromising other parts of your life, you're actually doing away with this. And that's what we see here with the Tower and the Ace of Swords. And then we've got you trying to reestablish control. This is a very solitary position, much like the Ace of Wands here. But I mean, on the one hand, it's good because this is being out of control and kind of being swept away. And this is firmly reestablishing control and stability and rebuilding character and that sort of thing. So we go from feeling out of control to firmly reestablishing control. But in order to do that, this is about you cutting off that dalliance or that affair, or a partnership. Doesn't have to be. This could be a partnership that is just not healthy, but it feels primarily based on sex and it feels intermittent, which would suggest an affair. So it doesn't have to be, but but either way, this is a partnership that you just realize is something that you've got to cut away. That it's a means to an end. It's either this partnership or the rest of your life. It's a choice between the rest of your life or this partnership. And you're like, I've got too much at stake here. I can't. And there's this profound ending. Like deep, like, oh my goodness. And it looks like it's unexpectedly out of the blue that things get cut off. So either you cut it off or the other person ends it. But it gets cut off. And then here is you reconciling this death and being able to reestablish control in your life because of the ending of this. This could be Aries, Scorpio, Leo, Capricorn, and Libra. What's this? Libra. So is karma restored? Is this, what the heck's going on here? What's this justice about? What's this justice about? What's justice about for Scorpio? Oof. Well, this person was pretty darn pivotal for you, because there was a lot more. This is rough because this is so much bigger than just your involvement in this. It's like karma, and then there's spiritual, or there's a psychic element here going on behind the scenes, and this is karma. This is behind the scenes stuff here, and it's major. So this person is one of those people that is pretty pivotal and transformational in your life. And we've got transformation here too. So I think after this cutoff and you're kind of unto yourself, rebuilding, being very almost isolated so that you can reestablish order and keep on the whatever this path is, you're right here. This is reestablishing that and continuing that. But I also feel like this is you really struggling with doing the right thing. There's something about this that you know is not right. And you go along with a certain point, and then it gets cut off, and then this is you rebuilding. And long after it's ended, because this is you staying under yourself, not re-engaging, not doing anything, knowing that it's true and right and good, and what you should do, this is ruled by structure and order. To end this, or to have this ending, to accept it at face value, you're still up here struggling with it. And because of that, you might withdraw, or you might just be really trying to negotiate that. And it just feels like you're it feels very alone. And I don't see any others around you helping with this. What's this justice about? This high priestess, what's this justice about? Okay, yeah, this is you withdrawing and going inward and really struggling with the ending of this. I shouldn't say really struggling, but this is you, instead of going outward and relying on friends, all of this right here is very solitary. I would be surprised if anybody in your life really knew about this. This is something that's very solitary, that it might have just been very compartmentalized for you. And so instead of reaching out to friends, you kind of shut down and withdraw and go inward to kind of process this whole ending here, this unexpectedly so ending that kind of came out of the blue, and it just got cut off. And yet it's been happening for a while. And then this, bam, it's just this non-negotiable ending here. So in terms of this dalliance that was kind of fun and passionate, there's this realization that it's not the best for you, and I don't want to have to compromise my self-respect or all that I've worked for here, because this is somebody who's sitting pretty, male or female. And then when it comes to but yet it's like you consider that they have the potential for this, and either they end it or you end it. And it's out of the blue, and it's non-negotiable, and there could have even been harsh words. This could also be that they end it by just via text or online communication, that it's not even a face-to-face thing. This could end online. And that's kind of why you're struggling with the rebuilding and putting things back together, and just struggling with the injustice of it all, or feeling like it's not fair because of the way it was discarded or dismissed or ended. And you have no choice but to completely withdraw and walk away. All right. What else? Boy, I'm a bag of fun, aren't I? Doom and gloom tarot. Jeez. Maybe it's you that decides to end it, because this is just so abrupt. This is completely unexpected and abrupt here. What else for Scorpio? We go from having fun and it being passionate and knowing it's a little naughty to bam! Like just walking away. What else for Scorpio? But this is, I had mentioned just kind of grappling with that, going within, struggling with the injustice of it, feeling conflicted. But this is also knowing that you need to stand your ground, knowing that this is what needs to be done here, whether it's because of your moral principles or just because you've had enough or whatever. There's a feeling of conviction here. We got the 7 of Wands and the 9 of Wands, knowing that, okay, this has to happen. So either they break up and you let the breakup stand, or you break up, but you feel strongly about it, but there could be conflict, like you wish it weren't so. But especially if you've got this right here, this is probably you starting to develop feelings for the person. Or honestly, another twist could be that the other person or you, somebody's involved with someone else while they're involved with you, and it's a choice between either you or the other person, and you end up making the decision to walk away. There's conflict, and yet a defensiveness about it as well. Right, what else for Scorpio? What else for Scorpio? Yeah. Okay, so we've got the mice who are little thieves, little hoarders, little problem causers, because it's this constant nibbling away at it. It's this constant, like, just, you know, just taking things, hiding things, hoarding things, thieving, constantly just enough to where it's like eventually that torture where the water drips on you or whatever. It's just constant, and it eats away and it erodes the foundation. And it's always these little nuisances that are, so basically this right here is, we got 23 and 24 too, so this is successive, but mice and heart, that's constant problems. Little problems become big problems that erode the foundation of a love or romantic relationship. This is, and this could be obsession, right? The mice, I mean, we got the devil here. This could be talking about an obsession, this relationship that's just an obsession that needs to be cut off firmly and decisively and almost unexpectedly, to where you just have to get the hell out of Dodge because it's starting to take a turn and you're like, I can't have that. So there's something about this not being very stable, or it has an obsessive quality to it, that an emotionally, at least an emotionally unhealthy bent to it, that has been eating away at your connection with this person. And it involves romantic feelings and feelings of love and that sort of thing. So maybe it's, you've been dealing with this for a while, because we've got the Nine of Wands there that would suggest, you know, just frustration and it coming to this, like, okay, I'm pretty resolute now. I'm pretty firm on how I feel. We've been here before and this needs resolution. All right, Scorpio, so that's what I have for you. I'm sorry it wasn't more positive and more upbeat. There is you progressing after this on your own, but it looks like with a heavy heart for now. It looks like you're going to be trying to reconcile the injustice of it, or just like trying to really restore the balance in your life, because this looks like it's been a bit topsy-turvy and not very balanced. This is a Seven of Wands, and this is the Knight of Cups. So again, with the Seven of Wands, conflict with a romantic love offer or taking a romance to the next level. Conflict and just strife with that. Hope this was helpful, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.